Alright, so welcome back in. Trey Lowell here with Lowell Productions. To my right and your left, I have my Panasonic S5. I guess you could say run and gun video setup. Now, I recently did a video about 4 or 5 days ago on the channel introducing you guys to my new camera for 2021, the Panasonic S5. And I did a quick little run through of some of the goodies and the gadgets, and it really kind of sparked some discussion in that video down in the comment sections about what was my setup, me interacting with you guys in regards to what y'all's setups were, maybe even some of the great deals. I know one guy, I forget the actual name of the channel, being able to get the S5 plus I think 7 batteries and some other goodies for like 1,500 bucks. Now, all that to be said, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick run through of my current S5 setup so you guys can get a better understanding of what my current workflow is in regards to run and gun shooting, but also being able to somewhat quickly being able to take the S5 off, drop it on a tripod, and then I've got a little bit of the adapter so that I can then mount this to the side of my tripod and still run VMount battery. Now, the other thing that you guys will probably see here is I am actually currently charging the S5 off of the VMount battery, but in this USB port that it offers. Now, the huge advantage of this, at least from what I can tell so far, is going to be two things. I have a Panasonic battery, I think it's a BW something, currently living in here, and it's just constantly getting charged, or at least it'll reach its 100%, and then it'll basically just do its thing and run off the USB. Now, what is nice is that when I do take this off of here, I'm pretty much able to keep going, running, gunning, you name it, because the battery's already in there and most likely fully charged. That then brings us to, obviously we had the V-mount on the bottom. That rig I've already gone over before. I've just got a Manfrotto quick release plate to the V-mount battery plate, and then the V-mount's upside down with the purpose of, and you're probably wondering what the hell are you doing right now, Trey? This is just to show you that it's somewhat balanced for the most part. I wanted to keep that battery as centered with the camera as possible, and actually because a lot of my kind of setups are going to be where the lens is going to be more front heavy, it was kind of nice to have that V-mount just shifted back a little bit to counterbalance. So now that we're talking about V-mount battery power, one thing we're going to have is the iCan monitor is going to be powered off of the V-mount. Now, I do have the ability to just go straight into the side, but I love the flexibility of having 3 other D-tap kind of like plates in here that I can actually power other things to. I don't have those yet, but this is more future-proof, and with my Panasonic GH5, I had a direct dummy battery that went directly into D-tap. Still trying to figure out if I'm actually going to roll with this setup with that USB power. I really like the idea of not even having to, literally when I pop it out of here, I don't even have to worry about the battery because it's already charged up and it's in there. So I might not be using that dummy battery as much as I think. As you guys can see, I love to do some shooting where it's kind of tucked up here into my chest. I'm only 5'5", so a lot of times it resting up here is going to get me kind of like eye height with a lot of people. And then if I've got to get real crazy, obviously I can put it up on my shoulder and still look at my monitor by bringing it back here. So that's kind of one setup using the V-mount. Also, V-mount can be used here. But that cables, like I was mentioning, really I've got them all coming to the left. I want all my cables to be on one side, really, so I don't have them coming out here and coming out here. That way I kind of focus on, since my arm is always going to be pulling focus on this left side, having all my cables over here means I'm already kind of protecting or keeping an eye out on the side. Whereas if I had them coming out on the right too, you never know, I could be getting caught up on things. Just one of those things where having them all on one side can come in handy. Now, all of us are familiar, or maybe that you're not, that the S5 unfortunately did come with micro HDMI. You can kind of see it going right in here, going up here in a full HDMI. A little disappointed in that, but at this price point, it's one of those things where I can't complain that much. I've got my Movo VXR 10 Pro audio. That's really just my onboard audio wiring kind of funneling through here as well. Other things, and I showed this in my last video, as far as my adapter, I went with the Sigma adapter at $199. So far it's worked great. Lens stabilization, electronic. I can even do some autofocus while it's not that great, particularly with some of this Canon glass, things of that nature. It is a possibility. So you're gonna get full power through that Sigma adapter. iCan monitor, nothing special. Small rig handle going into the hot shoe mount just what I prefer currently. Also got a small rig, little mount for the actual monitor. Yeah, and in a nutshell, other than this little gadget here, which is a smaller version of this, I don't know if you guys can see it up there. This actually came on my Zyroon crane. That's just really to have that monitor, once again, out of the way of my hands and out of the way of where I'm gonna be pulling focus. It's out of the shot. And yeah, that is the current, what am I guess this would be like my second week, maybe, yeah, second week owning this. I don't know. I just felt like hopping in front of the camera, showing you guys the setup, and to give a little even more update or a real up close, we've got the old faithful GoPro, and I can show you guys here, D-tap, nothing crazy. Yep, got that. The USB is over here on this battery, and I have been very happy with this battery. You can get it off Amazon. I actually think they discontinued it. It's just a knockoff brand, but if anyone's wondering. And then as we kind of make our way up here, you guys can see one thing. Oh man, I've really been disappointed in this so far. Maybe it's on me, but when the camera's actually on, there's no like sure, if I hit the record button, I get the square red whatever. But if I literally go to hit record right now, okay, you guys can see, there it is. And then you can see the indicator here, but then I hit record off. Okay, so we're not recording. What in the hell tells you that this camera is on right now? Nothing. So that's one thing that's been a little bit like weird. I told you guys I try to give you little bitty updates here and there in regards to things that I'm learning about this camera. But overall, Panasonic S5, pretty happy with it. Like I said in the previous video, I just plan on doing updates, giving you guys a little bit of insight on what I plan on doing with the camera or how I'm currently using it, giving you guys some ability to see some of the footage here in the near future. I've been grinding out some for-profit work here to pay the bills, but I plan on getting out and about and having a ton of fun with the S5 here in the near future. And in the beginning of August, I have a huge event that I'm going to be doing a recap event for, and it's particularly the reason why I bought the S5. It's going to be indoors, a lot of low light stuff, and I'm really excited to show you guys some footage from that, give you guys my whole ins and out of how I filmed it, some of my thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, and recap videos. To be honest with you, absolutely love it. The S5 is going to be the weapon of choice, with the GH5 going to be on the Zhiyun Weebill S the entire time. So basically what I'll have, and I know I'm going off on a tangent, is the S5 will be shooting all my nice B-roll, my interviews. The GH5 will just be chilling there to get stable gimbal shots, and then the GH4, which is up here, will be for wide time lapses. But hey guys, it's Trey Lowell with Lowell Productions, and as always, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like the content I keep creating on this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys for all the love in the comments section. Got some good comments, feedback, and let's engage. Tell me what your setup is. Tell me what you don't like about this. Also, if you have any suggestions, like I said, drop a comment in the comment section below. I'm cool with a little criticism, especially if it'll help my workflow and if it'll make the setup a little bit better.